Chapter 5, Lesson 4. I can write an equation in y equals mx plus b form that models the data in the scatter plot. So we're going to draw a line of best fit, and then we're going to find the slope of that trend line, find the y-intercept, and plug it into our y equals mx plus b form. Okay. So our trend line's already done for us. Our slope, we go from okay, so we don't really fall anywhere on the line except for at 0. So our 2 points would be 0, 800. And our second point would be 50. Okay, so as you recall our slope formula, okay, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So we would have 800 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 5, which would be 800 divided by negative 5, which would equal negative 160. So our m would equal negative 160. Our y-intercept is 800. So as we recall, our equation would be y equals negative 160x plus 800. Okay. So then looking at the trend line, what is the value of a 2.5-year-old computer, roughly? $400, give or take. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, refreshing our memory banks with the slope formula and writing an equation for our trend line or line of best fit. Okay, so draw a trend line, already done for us. Okay, find the slope. So again, we have our first point would be 0, 5. And here's one that's right on the line at 20 and 25. So again, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So that would be 5 minus 25 over 0 minus 20. Okay, so that equals negative 20 divided by negative 20, which equals positive 1. So m equals 1. Our y-intercept is where b, so that's 5. And so then y equals 1x plus 5. And if a package weighs 25 pounds, roughly how much would it cost to ship? $30. Again, drawing an estimation up to our trend line and seeing where it would fit, and it matches up nicely, so we could answer that question as well. Again, just using our slope formula, writing our equation out of our trend line, and then answering any questions that might follow. All right. So put it all together now. Number and label the axes, plot the data points, draw the trend line, find the equation, and then answer any questions. So we plotted the points from the coordinates, x and our y value. What type of association? It's a positive association because it's heading in an upward direction. Are there any outliers? Yes. The one outlier. Are there any clusters? I'll give you that if you want to consider that. So yes, if you don't think that that's a cluster, your answer would simply be no. As long as you can justify it, then that's all that matters. Okay, and then we draw our line of best fit. Okay. And so then our line, we go from 0, our y-intercept for our b is at 0. So 0, 0. And then we go from 10 to 10, so 0, 0 and 10, 40. Okay. So 40 minus 0 is 40, 10 minus 0 is 10. So m equals 40 divided by 10, which is 4. Okay. So our equation of our trend line would be y equals 4x plus 0, but we don't need to add 0. Using the and then answer the question, if a forest had 14 square miles, how many wolves? 14 up to about here. Roughly, I'd say 55 to 56 wolves, give or take, based on your estimation. And then use your equation to find the number of wolves when there are 8.5 square miles. So 8.5. Okay. So if y equals 4x, so 4 times 8.5 would be 34 wolves in that area. Okay. So again, we're putting it all together now, using all of our information we've learned so far with scatter plots, and we were able to answer all of the questions. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. As always, thank you for watching our videos, and we will see everybody next time.